Hi everyone, so today I'm doing a glowy peach glitter makeup tutorial. It's like quite a summer look on Georgia. I'm first going in with Illamasqua brow gel in Strike on a right angle brush from MAC. I can't remember the name of the brush, it's been rubbed off unfortunately, but I think it might be a 288 or a 206. I'm just following the natural shape of Georgia's brows and then feathering it out towards the front of the brow. I know it's crazy how things change so quick. Went from rock bottom to all this fame and shit, but look, I couldn't love you, but I wished I could. Cause I got hurt and closed you off and you understood. But look, yeah, that's just blood on the leaves. The champagne tastes worse when it wasn't for free. And then I'm going in with Zoeva 317 brush and some MAC Studio Finish Concealer in the shade NW15. I just clean up around the brow. I go under it and then over the top as well. It just gives it a more polished look. But you don't have to go over the top, it's quite optional. And fate hurts, but remember the hope, cause things change, but the memories don't. You only need the light when it's burning low. Now I'm going in with MAC Select Cover Up Concealer in the shade NW15 and I'm using that on a beauty blender all over the eye. I'm using that as a base. It completely blanks out the eye so you can do anything on it. The pigmentation of the eyeshadows is much stronger with this because it's so light. Then I'm setting the base with RCMA powder on a Zoeva Face Shape brush, so it just makes the shadows more easier to blend and it stops it from creasing. And I'm just doing the exact same on the other eyebrow and eye. And then I'm just dusting the powder off with a big face brush. And on the eyes I'm using the Morphe 35O palette. I'm going in with the third shade from the right on the Morphe M50 fuller brush and then just dusting that throughout the crease and using it as a transition colour. Then I'm using the first shade from the right on the second row from the top and putting that a bit lower down than the last shadow placement, that directs it in the crease. I'm using a M412 brush by Morphe. Then I'm using MAC's Vanilla Pigment on Zoeva pencil brush and putting that in the brow bone just to highlight it and it gives a bit of shimmer too. And I'm also highlighting the inner corner with that. Then I'm using the Morphe M412 to just go over everything and make sure everything's blended together and there's no harsh lines. Now I'm using the Morphe M506 brush and dipping that in the darker shades of the 35O palette just to deepen up the outer corner slightly, but Georgia emphasised that she didn't want a dark eye, she wanted quite a summery and fresh peach look. And these are from the third row, they are the third and the fourth from the left mixed together. Then I'm just blending that out again with the Morphe M412 brush, make it all seamless. Now I'm using glitter. This looks like quite a peachy rose gold glitter. It's OCC Cosmetics glitter in beige, even though it does not look beige. I'm sticking this with eyelash glue. I'm using Duo's eyelash glue on the Zoeva Luxe Smoky Shader brush. I'm just putting that pretty much all over the lid, just not touching the outer corners as much. Now I'm just pressing that on with the Luxe Smoky Shader brush and just dip it in glitter and press it on. Now I'm just putting some liquid eyeliner all over the glitter just as like to hide the lash band from the false eyelashes. It don't matter what eyeliner you use as long as it's liquid, it's just easy to go over the glitter. And now I'm using Ardell Demi Wispies lashes using duo glue again and just putting them on with tweezers, cutting them down to Georgia's eye shape and then sticking them on. And when you've stuck the eyelash on, I'm now using a Maybelline gel liner in black. I'm just using it with the brush that it came on. I'm just using that on the waterline to darken it up a bit. And now I'm using the Morphe M506 brush, and I'm taking the first shade from the right on the second row and just smoking the bottom lash line out slightly. Now I'm going in with a darker colour that I used earlier just on the outer corner of the lash line. And I'm just coating the lower lashes with mascara. I think this is a Great Lash mascara by Maybelline, but I don't really think it matters what mascara you use. And then I'm using Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base as a primer. Very moisturising, it's nice, like summer, glowy look. I'm just cleaning up bits of glitter that I've dropped down. And now I'm applying MAC Studio Fix Foundation in NC37. It's to match up with Georgia's false tan. She doesn't use it on her face, so you've got to match the face up with the neck, obviously. And I'm using the Glowy 231 brush just to go in between the brows and around the brows, just so I can get the foundation around it easier than just with the beauty blender, which I'm using to apply the foundation with. And now I'm using MAC Select Cover Up Concealer in the shade NW15 as a concealer and a highlight underneath the eyes, on the chin, on the tip of the nose, on the cupid's bow and on the forehead. And I'm just blending that all out with the beauty blender until it's completely seamless. And now I'm using the RCMA No Colour powder to set it, and I'm going to bake that for a while. I'm just going to apply that using the beauty blender because it's quite damp, it sticks better. And I'm just going to use vanilla again to touch up the inner corner highlight. And now I'm dusting the excess powder off with the Glowy powder brush, going under the eyes wherever I've put the translucent powder. And now I'm using MAC's Give Me Some Bronzer on a Luxe Sheer Cheek brush. I'm kind of like contouring and bronzing the face up at the same time. I'm just doing this on the hollows of the cheeks, the temples, down the side of the nose and just around the jawline slightly. Then I'm just blending that in with the Real Techniques Duo Fibre Face Brush with no product on, just making sure everything's seamless again. And then I'm just cleaning up the bronzer and contour with the RCMA powder and the beauty blender. And now I'm applying Soft and Gentle Highlighter by MAC on a Real Techniques brush. I think it's a contour brush or concealer brush. And I'm applying that on the high points of the cheekbones, cupid's bow, chin and a bit on the nose. Then I'm blending all the excess powder off again using the Glowy powder brush, and I'm just blending that around the forehead again, just wherever I've used any more powder. I'm just adding a bit more bronze with the Glowy cheek brush again. Not putting any more product on the brush, but I'm just using what's left over. And now I'm applying the MAC Retro Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Mango Mango. And I'm just using a Morphe MB19 brush to apply this. And that's the finished look. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe for more videos. Thank you. My bitches, my bitches. My bitches, my bitches. My bitches, my bitches. My bitches, my bitches. When I'm out here on the road, it's me and my bitches. Shit is all I know, it's me and my bitches. But girl, trust me, this is how it's gotta be. When I close my eyes, you're the one that I
I see, cause you only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Whoa, whoa. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hit the road when you're missing home. You only know you love her when you let her go.